Hi everyone, welcome back! This video is the third installment of the Scrawlr box unboxing series I'm doing on this channel. But before we carry on with the video, I wanted to share that I'm going to be rebranding this channel. I've had this channel for over 2 years now and I've always felt like I wanted it to be called something else. However, I didn't want the lack of a perfect name to stop me from learning how to make videos, so I've been continuing to use the name Ini Designs until inspiration would hit me. I think it finally did. For now, I won't reveal the new name, but perhaps in the next video I will. After the rebranding happens, I'll keep mentioning it for a few more videos just to be sure that no one is caught off guard by the new channel name. Now, without further ado, let's get back to the video. Just as in the last two videos, I picked the box at random, and this time it was the October 2023 box, which had Crystalline Watercolours as the featured art supply. I had never heard of Crystalline Watercolours, so I was super curious. The artist featured in this box was Wassell. I was again unfamiliar with her work, but I loved the art print. It was very loose and flowy. Besides the usual sticker and Scrawlr magazine, the box also included an A5 pad of watercolor paper, a huge Derwent water brush, a daisy-type plastic palette, and a Derwent spray. I had tried this Derwent spray before and it is amazing. The mist is fine and not the jet of water that hits the page in just one place. The palette is just a basic plastic palette. The Derwent water brush is also good, however, the size is so big I don't find it particularly useful. So instead I grabbed the cut-down brush received in the May 2022 box together with the Peerless watercolors. As for the Crystalline watercolors, they are a supply like no other. A little bit goes a really long way and they are truly unpredictable. Really fun to play around with. A quick word of caution. The crystalline watercolor particles get everywhere. I placed a little bit of each color into the palette and decided to add water into the wells in between. As soon as I added water into those wells, the water got stained. I had to wipe the water out and add it back again. I feel that because the crystals or particles from the crystalline watercolors are so lightweight, they bounce very easily when they hit the plastic palette, ending up in the surrounding wells. They really do go everywhere. I didn't want to risk having more of the particles flying off, so I decided not to use the Derwent spray on the dry crystalline watercolors. The crystalline watercolor colors provided in this box were all multi-pigment colors, which made them even more fun. As the pigments were individually added into the bottle, you can actually see the different colored grains, and when you sprinkle the crystalline watercolors directly into wet paper, each pigment spreads on its own, creating amazing blends on paper. The colors included in this box were Grey Violet, made with pigment 15-3, PR122 and PY138, Midnight Violet, made with pigment PR122 and PB153, and Turquoise, made with pigment PB153 and PG7. For some reason, my Scrawlr box didn't include its usual prompt paper, so I had no idea what to paint with these. I decided to just play around with the colors and see how they behaved, and I ended up using the crystalline watercolors as regular watercolors by mixing them in the water first and then applying them on paper. When used this way, I found that they don't spread very easily on the paper, but I was left wondering if they would behave differently on cotton paper. I also found that they dry a little bit dull, which makes me think that the paper included in the box might not be the best for this art supply. I don't know if you know this, but watercolor paper is probably the #1 most important supply in watercolors. I mean, you can have really cheap watercolors and have them look beautiful on cotton paper, but if you take professional watercolors of the best quality and use them on bad paper, they will look horrible. I definitely need to play around a little bit more with crystalline watercolors, and this also made me very curious to see if there were more colors available. And yep, there are. Jackman's also offers at this stage 4 different sets of these colors, each set including 5, so I'm sure I'll buy a few in the future. While I was on their website, I also found out that these are light fast, which makes them suitable for professional work or work you don't want to worry about fading over the years. I also noticed that the only color I couldn't find on their website was Midnight Violet. I'm not sure if this was exclusive for Scrawlr box or if it's not available at the moment. I honestly don't think I did this art material justice with my first impressions. I mean, there are so many different ways you could use these. For now, these are the ways that come to my mind. You could sprinkle them onto wet paper. Apply them on wet or dry paper and then spray them with water. Dip your wet brush on them and then use them on wet or dry paper. And of course, use them like regular watercolors, which is what I did. I'm sure with a little bit more experimenting, you can also find other ways of using them. I feel that these would be perfect for artwork with lots of texture, as the crystalline watercolors themselves also dry with a little bit of texture. I wonder how these would look when mixed with salt or maybe alcohol. And that is it for this video. Have you ever heard of crystalline watercolors before? In what other ways do you think I could use these? Let me know what you think of them down below in the comments. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video and subscribe for more. I have one more Scrawlr box video coming up in the future, so click the notification button to know when it is up. Also, apologies for my raspy voice, I got a little bit sick and I'm still recovering, but I didn't really want to delay this video. I've been trying to post at least one long-form video per month, and so far, it's been going good. So I really didn't want to keep you waiting. Merry Christmas to those who celebrated, and Happy New Year, everyone! Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video!